Y'all want to go inspect the crawl space with me? Let's go. Oh yeah, this is the type of crawl space we like. Mainly because we're not crawling. And everything's open. We can see everything. I can see my structural supports. I can see my studs. I can see my walls in here. I can see any beams they have. Obviously foundation wall as well. Any exposed wiring. I have access to all this in here. This looks like it may be a storm room. Yeah, it is, because it's got a porch over top of it. You can see where the deck is actually tied into the rim joist here. Yes, there's an echo, but they use this as a storage room. Could also be a storm room. There are 3 deadbolts on the door that meets FEMA standards for a storm room. So as I keep going around here, I see they've got a dehumidifier in here. That's good. It's not running. I may check that and see what the humidity level is in here. They've got all of their flooring, all of their gravel, all that is covered up with a vapor barrier. I love to see that. Then I've got my insulation in between the floors. Of course, I can see all of that as well. Walk through here, I can check out my plumbing everywhere, actually. I can see all my plumbing here, how it comes underneath the toilet. There is a tub right next to it, it looks like. Those are gonna be pretty close. I'm gonna look at that when I get up in the attic or get upstairs and see how close they actually are. I can see my drain lines over here. I can see my supply lines as well. I've got drain line or supply lines here. They had hot and cold water. They actually cut one off originally. They have hot water, rather, a drain coming in here. There's probably an ice maker in there. So little stuff like that I can see from in here. See all my Tide bolts. I'm gonna go back through the rest of this section and look all up in there. I wanna look at all of the structure that I can, all the way around the perimeter and everything. So again, this is just one of those crawl spaces. Look, there's my water heater. I'll get over there and check that out too. So this is just one of those things that we like to see as home inspectors, because we can look at things, we can see things that aren't covered up. I see footers that are footers come completely out here around. I know I've got footers underneath these short pony walls. I can see my footers underneath all of these walls. So there's lots of good things we can see when we have a crawl space this open on a hill. So it's just one of those things. Love to see it.